the people who only see in black and white. They don't see in color or shades of any sort. But there is a problem with the police system, which I think is a safe thing to say. Mainly with their training, how they are trained to handle situations, how they, and then after the handling of a situation, the procedures that go into effect after they've killed someone or discharged their weapon or fired at someone, it's kind of mind-boggling in the fact that they get so much time to figure their shit out. Like, they don't have to immediately go down and report to to go and do their report. They get a decent amount of hours. It doesn't work like that in the real world, where if I was to shoot a lady and the cops got me, they wouldn't be like, hey, come down here in 24 hours so we can talk about why you shot this lady. They would definitely handcuff me, take me down there, and badger the shit out of me until, they got the information that they wanted. But they don't really do that to their own. They get more time off to figure some shit out and to figure out, he was reaching for his waistband, which is, a very common thing, reaching for his waistband. In most situations, I thought he was reaching for his waistband. And so after they get their time away to figure out their story, they get put on leave, but it's paid leave. They get, a month or a couple weeks to, they're off the force and they're paid. And I'm not saying that they're kicking it and they're living life. They probably are dealing with their own issues, but it's a paid leave. Then within that paid leave, they're being investigated by the cops, which is crazy. There's not another department or government agency that polices the police. The police police the police. So they are the only department that pretty much gets a jury of their peers, in the honest way of saying it. They get more police. And a police isn't going to throw another cop under the bus because of the whole blue code. They're not going to, convict another cop of, jail time. It's just not something that's generally going to happen. So what ends up usually happening is that a lot of these cases don't make it to trial. They do make it to trial. The jurors are very selective, and no one wants to, put a cop in prison for unlawfully killing someone or lawfully killing someone as they see it. The cop gets off, and it sets a standard in America where, cops believe that they can shoot people, and this is the way that they're going to be treated, and this is the way that they're going to handle the situation, and it gives them all the more inclined to shoot and kill more people. Because at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. And that's what it boils down to. It's not that big of a deal to them. You can lose your life. And the cop at the end of the day is going to go home to his family. He's going to get high-fived. And in a couple months, he'll be back out there on the beat doing what he wants to do, because it's not that big of a deal. Our lives don't matter that much, is what it boils down to. And that is what started the Black Lives Matter movement, is the fact that our lives don't matter. Mainly, black lives don't matter in America. So for anyone, and I talked about this slightly on the Midnight Marauders podcast when we did an episode with the Lightning Strike series, where Schoolboy Q dropped the All Lives Matter line. And I want to say, with All Lives Matter, all lives do matter. But for people who are saying all lives matter, why are you saying it? And I think that's really the root of the problem. And all lives matter shouldn't be said after Black Lives Matter. And I think that is the major problem with the all lives matter shit, is them niggas don't mean it. They don't mean it. They don't mean all lives matter. What they're meaning to say is that our lives don't matter. If, for example, if all lives matters movement was on some shit where all lives matter and they were out there marching for when black people are killed, when white people are killed, when Hispanic people are killed, and they are trying to enact change amongst cops and to get better situation with gun control and better police training, and they were out there trying to get foundations and GoFundMes and put money together for people whose lives have been taken, then I would be like, what? The All Lives Matter movement is phenomenal. It's great. I dig it, you know? And then I feel like All Lives Matter could be said alongside Black Lives Matter in a passionate way. However, people who open their mouth and they talk about All Lives Matter usually say it after Black Lives Matter, which means it's kind of a way to cut Black Lives Matter down. It is used to be like, Black Lives Matter, no, all lives matter. And it's like, duh, you know what? Death is a big thing. We all know that. But we're currently talking about the injustice that Black people are going through. So you either need to jump on the Black Lives Matter movement, or if you're going to stay on this All Lives Matter movement, then you need to fucking be all about All Lives Matter. And I need to see you change. I need to see you ranting about every time a life is taken. If not, you're being a hypocrite, and that's some hypocritical shit, and that's what's real. So for any celebrities who are out there with that All Lives Matter movement, I need to see a RIP tweet from you every time some injustice goes down, and not just on some response shit because you're getting, you know, sponsorship money. And, you know, that's the problem that it is. Like, it sucks because All Lives Matter is a real ass statement. So is Black Lives Matter. But the people who say it, I don't think they believe in that shit. And that's what's real. So this was the first episode of the Problematic Life and Times. I really, really appreciate you guys riding out with me. And hopefully, you know, I was able to express myself in a way that is how I feel internally and you can relate to it. And maybe I helped you, you know, get some insight on some shit that you haven't necessarily seen before. I hope for you to tune in. This is going to be a weekly show. I'm not always sure if I'll record it on my way to work, because there was a couple situations where I was not 100% sure I was being the best guy on the road. But hey, got here safely. About to go in here and make this money in my 9 to 5. I will close it on this. And to end this out, we're going to go ahead and do my little section called Let 'em Cook, where I just pretty much voice out on people and just let them cook. Starting number 1, Dear World, leave Gabby Douglas the hell alone. All you chicks out there talking about her edges in her hair, shut the fuck up. That woman is out there doing amazing things, the manifestation of Black girl magic, and just support. Don't be a crab. Don't let America make you this way. You are beautiful, okay? And you need to be supportive of our people who are out there doing beautiful things. Like, don't let them win. And by them, I mean the America that created the biasness between us. Don't let them divide us, all right? She's beautiful. I mean, listen, when you're out there sweating, doing flips, and winning Olympics, and getting Barbie dolls named after you, you may not have all the time in the world to get your edges on pristine, you know, like a pill at the moment. You know, Joe, just chill the fuck out. Let that girl cook. All right, number 2, yo, Malia Obama, yo, let her ass cook. Yo, she's the president's daughter, but she's still a teenager, and she's a teenager with amazing privilege. And the fact that she can go to these events, she can be on stage, she can be backstage, she can meet these people, and she's not out there doing the most. I remember when the Bush siblings were out there, you know what I mean, getting crazy, doing, you know what I mean, drinking bottles of Captain Morgan's with Wale. They wasn't getting all types of crazy shit all over the news, but, you know, Malaya, like, she's doing a little bit of twerking, and, you know, they caught her smoking, being a young lady. Like, yo, just chill out, let her cook. She's like 17, you know? I'm pretty sure she'll shape out to be a good young lady. And, you know, she's definitely the daughter of one of the best presidents in the world. Let her cook. Get off her dick, man. You know? And that's it. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys rolling with me. And till next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay woke.